Yo, this is Devin, and I am doing stuff. Okay, cool. Off to a great start. So just, keep in mind I'm terrible. Yo! I believe my party is being broadcasted. Michelle is here. We're good.
Look at it now. And I guess I should start the stream too.
Yep, we're streaming live on Twitch. I got Twitch.
Oh, you got Twitch working? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
did we figure out how I would get my team stream or whatever it is on Twitch?
No.
That's cool.
We did not.
That is
Sorry.
cool. So nope.
Kind of
over on Mixer, I guess. People want to see, and we can well wait,
I gotta
can
include
I
my audio
with you on Mixer?
I don't think we can cross the streams like this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Also, did you set the party to...
Oh yeah, I gotta do that. Hold on. Options. There we go. Okay.
I cannot see chat particularly well with this. I didn't really broadcast it. I suppose I could play in front of my computer and go check it out, but...
Well, I'm not sure what the best option is at this point.
If somebody wants to volunteer, we can add them in. We have a chat volunteer. Chatneer.
Okay, so
Bootneer.
your Twitch handle is the same.
It's AH101. I'm
you're
using the
right from the AH101. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see you there. I guess I'll ping the Discord so people know.
Yep, I posted in general. We have one viewer. I think that's
I see. That probably is.
So yeah, ClusterTruck.
Yep.
Kind of how I just feel about it. Like, yep, think this was a good first one, though.
Yeah, this was
Like,
a good
we're
place
gonna-
to... Yeah.
You're gonna do any of them, you know?
Well, this was, yeah, it was a game, and it had levels, and not a whole lot to discuss, so in that way, it was fun.
It's probably gonna be a pretty short little episode about ClusterTruck and our experiences therein.
Right, it's obviously, I mean, we could talk about the inherent dangers in being a trucker that has to pass through lasers in order to deliver your cargo. But yeah, short of that, there's not a whole lot to break down.
It's a pretty, you know, I didn't talk a little bit about it. I don't see this one lasting like several hours.
No,
or like an hour and a half.
I feel like
this is gonna be like a 10 guy.
Yeah, I feel like the better use of our time with this game is actually going to be just talking about the achievement list. There isn't a whole lot to comment or critique on in terms of the gameplay. The game does exactly what it sets out to do, mostly well. In that there's really no corollary for it, so it's hard to compare it to much else.
This is intense. There's nothing quite like this game.
Exactly.
I am a fan of what it's doing, though I'm not good at it.
I still think there's something to be said about the controls are a little floatier than you might expect, and the fact that jumping off the back of a truck will make you jump higher is something you don't typically do with intention. It's just a thing that sort of happens, and then you have to deal with the consequences of that.
I mean, it works out okay. I've been using it to effect.
I have in some levels, I do have to say. Yeah, I imagine once we actually get to talking about this the podcast would obviously be impressions and what we thought, but I think we'll probably dive into the list a little bit too, because the list is pretty basic. No spoilers in there. Oh, I just fell through the level.
What if there was an ice level? Or like a sewer level on everything.
There hasn't been an underwater level yet, so I'm holding my breath. The worst is underwater levels.
Where's my giant rat level? Every game has giant rats. It's a necessity.
Whoops.
Back in my day, we used to have birds that would try to kill you. That was the biggest mainstay, is the 8-bit birds are trying to kill you.
So to those of you in chat, hello. Good to see you all there. I don't know where these lasers are familiar from, but they are familiar. Yes, Dynaful, you do not actually play as the trucks.
No. That'd be cool, though, if there was a Be the Truck mode.
Maybe you unlock that after the 10th set of stages. I don't envision that either of us are going to get there, necessarily, so...
I'm bad. In fact, I'm so bad I might even just invalidate an achievement just so that I make progress today.
Oh, okay. Competitive
Let's do
multiplayer.
it.
That would have been an interesting addition to this game, Alex R. Davies. However, the game controls are already floaty enough. I just don't imagine that they would be tight enough to make competitive multiplayer a whole lot of fun. But that's just me. What do you think?
I don't know. I think there could be some... be interesting. Okay, time slow, that sounds neat.
And yes, I'm aware you're
Jetpack.
joking, but there's just not a whole lot to discuss with ClusterTruck. So if you have questions or thoughts or comments on it, that is definitely welcome.
So yeah, there's an achievement that lets you...
Would you be offended if I said I was only semi-interested in this? Man, that was... That was
I don't get it.
amazing. Alright, you were starting to say, Devin, I'm sorry.
I'm invalidating an achievement just so that I can make progress. So yeah, I'm not gonna get the full 1,000. I was already kind of committed to not getting the full 1,000. I'm a dirty, dirty cheater.
Alex, it is VulgarLatin and Matrarch who are chatting right now. So,
it's me, VulgarLatin.
it could be Tutu and L, but I'll leave it up to you whether or not you want to believe Saucy or myself. And like you said, yes, this is one of those many, many restarts games. When we played it last week, it somehow managed to be one of these multi-restart games while also not being terribly frustrating, but that just maybe within the context of doing it this way, I'm not 100% sure. I'm also not as far into the game as Devin and stuff.
Yeah, once I hit the laser world, my chances of winning drastic went down. Normally, when you get someone in the ring, you have a 50% chance of winning.
Jable just wanted you to know that he thought you were using the power-ups to advance, not to die more. His words, not mine.
Oh!
You gotta watch out for
Why don't you go up and down? Why don't you go out and run up and down the court with Phil Wallace? Okay, kid.
Got that out of your system now? Okay, good.
Hey, good. Everyone needs a good airplane reference from every now and again, right?
Sure they do. Alright, I figured out the first part of this stage, and I know what to do for the second part. I'm just not good enough to get it done. Let's see. Oh.
All my platforming skills is in 2 dimensions. You have this Z-axis in here, and everything just goes completely sideways.
Literally, figuratively. Yeah. Oh, really? I fell right in between 2 trucks. This is so fun. Saucy. Tonight is not the recording of level 100. The level 100 recorded yesterday. We record on Monday nights. But we will be doing a special episode for 101. We kind of thought that would be a little more fun than doing a special episode for level 100, given the podcast title. So there'll be
that's why
on that in what?
Oh, that makes way more sense.
You're usually a pretty you usually figure things out. I don't want to give you too much credit, but Achievement Hunting 101 is going to have its special 101st episode next week. We will be getting everyone together. That's okay.
Like the Dalmatians.
Exactly, like the Dalmatians. I think everyone in the stream or in the chat that day should bring their best Dalmatian print items with them, just to go extra hard on the meta.
If you want, I'm not your dad. You do what you do. You.
So now that you've put some time into this, so if you didn't join us on stream last week, I had just started the game fresh, and Devin had started it about a year ago, and had gotten to, the first 2 or 3 worlds?
Yeah, I got through to about this point, and then I quit. Made it probably exactly a year before I gave up and decided I would do it again later, and later came over a year. After a year and a half, give or take.
Yeah, so, have you, do you regret returning to it? Or did you find that maybe it was fun in some way? Like, what are your feelings after a year off from it and returning to it?
Oh, again? I definitely see why I quit. I almost did it.
Aww.
Yeah, these abilities make the game way more fun, by the way. I totally recommend it, if you have the means.
So Alex is saying hearing a little bit too much game and a little too little voice. I don't know if that's a setting that you can modify on your end. As you guys can probably guess, we're kind of in the and made the in-game audio much lower. I turned that master volume down to like 20.
Look at that!
Did you make it?
MLG Super Pro. Somehow all the things went away. Woo.
Woohoo!
You know, you'll love to see it. Okay. Alright, guys.
Better lucky than good sometimes.
I'm neither. Alright, let's... all these lasers.
Oh, man. Ouch.
So all you need to do is go to the Twitch settings and they'll just turn off all of the lasers, I think.
You want to try that again? See if that works? Let me know.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't know what happened there, but maybe some poor soul took pity, or some kind soul took pity on my poor soul. There we go. Scratch it, reverse it. Because I do believe that this game does integrate with Twitch.
Oh, does it?
Yes.
Oh no. Whew, man.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, what happened? Oh.
Well, it just turned into a massive...
Or cheat? Not teach. I mean, maybe we should do that too. Can't really teach enough about this one.
This is sick rave going on here.
And I guess small spoiler warning for you guys in here, although it's not much of a spoiler. We actually already picked our 4 games that we're going to have you vote on for the next 8 games from Game Pass. So we will be recording at some point in the near future, kind of our take on this game and this experience, and then getting the next game up for vote. That said, if there are any games that you strongly love from Game Pass, feel free to suggest them. We can certainly modify any polls that we run.
Yep, and we can also... We'll probably have a week here where we'll have like a tweener. So if there's a specific game that you guys want in between us recording and this, it's just that this game kind of ran its course. Like, there really isn't much else that we can say about ClusterTruck in week 3 that we couldn't say in week 1. I do enjoy this though. But if there's a specific one, I might bend the rules and we can just do a stream just for y'all.
We can just do the, I'll do the whole Wander Song cheating completion on the next stream.
Yeah.
Surviving Mars. Oh, Dino Boy.
Just do the entire Subnautica.
Name, Saucy. But if only it were. Only it were. If Subnautica is another suggestion, a Game Pass for PC. You can do Endless Legends. That'll be quite the stream.
I mean, just because you can doesn't mean you should. You know
oh boy.
No, I did it already. I don't. Yeah. You know, people who live in glass houses shouldn't shoot for the stars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really hit the nail on the nose there, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yes, like mixed metaphor day. I should name the channel that. So Alex already was saying He's suggesting
It's an
Slime
alibi.
Rancher. Have you played that?
I have not played Slime Rancher. Well, if I do it, do I potentially have the risk of becoming a jolly rancher?
MVP 73. It can be it would be far more frustrating, I think, and I don't know, Devin, if you share the same experience. It would be far more frustrating if I was sitting quietly, you know, in my apartment, focusing on this, trying to do that. With all the distraction of sitting in a party and chatting with someone, it really isn't that bad.
No,
Thank you, Alex.
This is fine. Yeah, like, I've certainly played more frustrating games, but it's rare. And the no abilities, like, to get the full completion, you have to do no abilities. I'm positive that this will be harder than what it's doing now. And I don't know if I would want to do that the full way through. I'm very late. So, give me those sick, sweet Minecraft completions that I can do in under an hour. You know?
Oh, I
did that,
see
by
the
way.
goal. I see it.
Minecraft.
I have not completed a single edition of Minecraft.
I did
only
one.
played two, but
I did the PC because I could get the 30-hour one easier, and for some reason that's the only one I can ever do, the one with the cat, because there's one where a cat has to give you something in the morning, and I could never get that one to work on anything other than my PC.
Huh.
But I have it on like several different things. I have it like Kindle Fire and my phone and Switch and Xbox.
Just holding on to them for a rainy day or a future competition.
Well, today I just decided to do the PC and the Xbox one, just so that I could recomplete the PC one for reasons, and
Okay. Oh, I did
tag
that wrong.
team championship reasons.
Ah, well.
I know. Okay, I'm beginning to think that double jump's a bad idea.
Oh,
Or
hey,
just not
Death
like-
Dealers.
Not as particularly good as others. So we're gonna. I mean, if you're gonna cheat, you know, if you're gonna be a bear, be a grizzly. I can get feather fall. I mean, it says levitation, but it has a feather. I'm gonna call it feather fall. Let's go jetpack.
Okay. Hold up for a second.
I'm completely underwhelmed by this jetpack.
What does the jetpack actually do?
I mean, it does, like, it is a jetpack. It lets you hover, modestly. You know, a little bit. I'm really just whelmed by it.
Just whelmed.
Kind of whelmed. Not over, not under, whelmed. It's a very whelming experience.
Oh, man.
You ever notice things, words like that? Like whelmed? You can be overwhelmed, you can be underwhelmed. Can you ever just be whelmed? Same with like disgruntled. Can you ever just be gruntled? Does gruntled mean that you just are okay with your job?
Deep thoughts with VulgarLatin. Vulgar, I think you still need to mess with your sound settings some. Alex, how many people have described getting run over by a truck to you, though? Like, other than people saying as a statement, you know, I feel like I've been run over or hit by a truck or whatever.
I'm gonna go air dash.
And I've turned down the volume. Sound mixing should be much quieter now. We've reduced it by 50%.
Woohoo! Oh wow, the trucks are going in the opposite direction of the way they've been going this whole stage. Looks like whatever you did was a success, so good job.
Good.
And so obviously
Yeah,
with us as we're getting used to all this stuff. And thank you for the comments so we can make it better. You were starting
And
to
be
say?
sure to follow and like, favorite, and subscribe. Do all of the things that the following favorites. Follow us on Insta. I have an OnlyFans account now.
Oh, just when you think you get it, you don't get it.
I tried so hard and I got so far. But
In the end.
Does not even matter.
Yeah, subbing, right, we're not, I don't know exactly which one is the Twitch term, but partnered or affiliated or whatever it is, so we are definitely working on doing that, getting a more regular stream schedule together. Obviously, always welcome commentary, thoughts, things that you'd be interested in seeing. Are we doing too much? Are we doing too little? Any of that sort of stuff to make this better. But yes, Hopefully at some point we will get that sub link going and you'll be able to subscribe as you see fit. If you got one of those sweet free Amazon Prime Twitch subscriptions, any of that sort of stuff.
Yep. You can do all that, and then we'll work on different things that we can do to do this. It's because sorry, we just started streaming and then there was the whole mixer up. Can we just call it that? Can we call it the mixer up?
The mixer up? Yeah, I mean that's what we're calling it now.
Yeah, that's it. It's the official trademark. Fees that you owe me a nickel. Put my stamp on it. Were any suggestions levied for games there that aren't ClusterTruck? I am game for most of them. There's only a few that I would say like absolute hard no.
So what's your hard no list?
Elder Scrolls Online. Just no, not gonna do it. Not again. Never again. Cannot get addicted to another MMO. I have responsibilities.
So, Alex notes that Wellman is a word, but it is an old word that hasn't been used in a long time.
Let's bring it back, dog.
To invert, and then overwhelming meant to turn over. So, there we go. And then Death brings up about streaming earlier in the day, which would be friendly for European viewers. That is certainly, something to consider. Obviously, Vulgar and I are both stateside. Things are as they are right now, with people still not being in work at regular hours. But daytime streams for us may not always be possible, but we certainly have awesome folks like Waka Pale, and if he's interested in streaming, that might be an option, or Chewy contributes to the show as well, so we certainly will consider streaming at different times of the day, not just at times that are probably easiest for East Coast folks.
Oh, and there's always weekend streams as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably be the best thing, but yeah. I also have made it past Laser World. I got my 20-point achievement, and now we're on to the medieval world, which has far less lasers, but also big swinging hammers.
Well, you haven't lived unless you've had to deal with big swinging hammers.
Sure.
Okay, where do I go next?
This might be a good time
Good time for.
Oh, sorry. A different power-up. This air dash. If you're already going to be committed to not getting the achievement, might I recommend the air dash? A lot of hammers in this one. They look like meat pulverizers.
That's true. Yeah, a lot of our Europeans are pretty nocturnal, Alex. And he also suggests Hollow Knight. So the issue with Overcooked, which is an amazing suggestion, and I love Overcooked, is like I've already played and completed it. I don't know if you have.
Oh, I've never played it.
So Overcooked is awesome, and possibly is something we can do. Maybe that's a good in-between week thing. I think, does Overcooked 1 have online multiplayer? I thought that was only local, but 2 might have online.
2 does.
So yeah, maybe it's a good in-between week.
Overcooked would work. I'm down to play it. I've never actually played any of them, so.
Yeah, Overcooked is amazing. It is great. It doesn't feel great always when you're playing it because you don't want to be that angry at your friends, but once you figure it out, it's amazing.
Well, that's okay. I can be angry at you, no problem.
Alrighty.
We are on 5-4.
Well, we are not. I'm on 3-5.
Well,
I got a long way to go.
we is relative, I suppose. This one has launchers. Launches the trucks.
Why?
Pretty nifty.
Why does that need to be a thing?
I don't know. I'm actually kind of enjoying it though. Made it. Man, this air dash. Not gonna get the achievement at all, but you know what I am gonna get? Further.
So how does the air dash change gameplay? It's not looking at the chat a little bit, but as I'm playing myself, I'm not really paying too much attention to how it affects your gameplay. So what does the dash actually do in terms of the gameplay that's making it easier for you?
It boosts me forward a little bit. So like, so instead of just like having a normal trajectory, I can boost forward a little bit, which helps because it lets me get like just a smidgen further to get to like the next truck over or whatever where I normally wouldn't. I also can slow down time, but I'm not doing that as much. Now, if I could turn back time, if I could find a way.
This is, I think we're gonna have to run at some point like a running tally of how many songs and movies you wind up quoting. You seem to have quite a wealthy reserve of such comments.
The benefits of a misspent youth. Yeah, people have played this. Does this game get like phenomenally different in a, like, does it like change? Oh, I was so close. And then like one of the big swinging pendulums there completely took out my truck right at the end.
Those darn pendulums. Don't let them get in the way of it.
Hits.
Oh man.
Hits and a pendulum.
Yeah. See what you were doing there. How are you supposed to successfully do this when the, never mind. I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna keep jumping, and eventually the lasers will disappear like they did for you, right? Right? Right?
I don't know. Sure.
There we go. That's all I needed.
The jumping on the back of the truck and getting the massive air is like almost a necessity.
Okay.
So if I can master that, I can master anything.
Icefire, not in Tennessee, says is complimenting your calm while playing the game. Apparently, it's giving him anxiety just watching you play as you are. I feel like this is where if you're not if you're playing publicly, you keep strong. But if the stream was off, it'd be a different story, or it wouldn't be being played at all, most likely.
I just popped a couple of Quaaludes right before this, so...
That's the secret to calm.
Secret. Watch The Wolf of Wall Street. I mean, everything went okay for him, so...
And Saucy's letting us know this reminds him of the morning commute in Boston. That sounds terrifying. Link your Twitch account so we can control your lasers for you. What? Wait, tell Vulgar more, Alex.
Explain.
Oh, was that one of the hooks with this game that people can alter it for you with the Twitch integration?
Yes.
So they control you, and that's immediately what we thought. But they can also potentially help you. It sounds like.
Yeah. I thought. Yeah, because that one, all of the lasers just turned off, and it was so beautiful. Okay, so this one you pretty much have to do that air jump, otherwise, eesh. Yeah.
I'm curious. As soon as I'm done failing this level again, I want to do a little stat dive on TA again for this one. Let us see.
I need a drop shadow. The drop shadow is the best thing that ever happened to platform games.
Oh, I get what you mean now. But for those who don't.
So the drop shadow, in Mario, if you've ever played Mario 64, great example of it, right? Mario has a little circle wherever he's standing, and it always it's like a shadow. I just called it a drop shadow, and that helps you determine where you're gonna jump subconsciously, right? You'll see that the shadow's up there, and then you'll be like, oh, okay, this is where I am in the air in position to everything else. Since a lot of the times what I'm running into is I don't actually know where my feet is, so I'm just kind of guessing, and I just need some ability to be like, oh yeah, there's my feet. Because the ability to tell where you're going to land, hey, I beat it, alright, is massive in terms of platforming games, especially in the third dimension. Oh, that felt good. I mean, I lost, but it still looked cool, I thought. I don't know. I dodged a whole bunch of fire, I jumped in the air, I landed on trucks that were doing somersaults. They're going for the gold out in, gosh, I forget where the Olympics were supposed to be. Tokyo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
By the way, the level you're on looks far more, or I guess far less imposing than all the lasers spinning around. I mean,
it
hammers,
is.
Meat tenderizers notwithstanding, it just looks like a pleasant, not cityscape.
This could be because I'm using cheats, but this feels easier than Laser World. So that could
Go ahead. What level did you get up to in Laser World before you started using...
4-7.
Okay, so you made a pretty significant way through Laser World before getting into Temptation.
Every time they're just like, hey, do you want to join the dark side? And I'm like, well, what are your benefits? And then I always do, man.
Saucy, I thought that was you.
People always say, you don't want to join the dark side, but have you seen their demo plan? The Empire had benefits, yo.
Oh, come on. Oh.
And, yeah, you'll have to excuse me. I'm actually not looking at chat, so...
I know, that's why
I didn't know how to put...
Trying to let you know.
Cool. So like, if I don't respond or whatever, it's not because I don't like you, probably, but
Right. And in
can't
the whole,
rule that possibility out.
pullback kind of thing. Obviously, once again, this is our at least for the Game Pass segment. This is our first time streaming to Twitch, and like everybody on Mixer, we're currently once again going through the whole change over to Twitch as our primary streaming platform. So while we are streaming here, obviously we're trying to monitor chat and also having chat with people off the Twitch stream to try to make sure we're doing as best as we possibly can. So just bear with us if anything seems to take a couple minutes to respond to.
Yeah. Though, also, maybe potentially we could have like a chat gopher at some point. Who knows? Accepting application for a chat gopher. Maybe even a chat doc. That's a Love Boat reference for all of you people out there who used to watch TV Land like I did. Oh, did you, are you on Laser World? And if
I am
so,
not. I'm
did you
still on
manage
World
to...
3.
Okay, there are a lot of, like, skips you can do in World 3, I found out. Like, because it's pretty vertical, so a lot of the times when they're when they're wanting you to go down, if you, like, eventually you'll figure out that the trucks are always there, and they're still in movement. So, like, one of them, and I can't remember which one, but the goal is directly behind, like, below you, so I was able to figure that out, and
I remember you doing that on stream last week, yeah. Okay, yeah, I do see
so
the gold
some, like,
underneath. Huh.
So I did
I'm
some,
up to
like,
that stage
speedrun
now,
strats. Yeah. So
I do see those trucks way in the distance. This might have changed my whole life.
yeah. I mean, you can do it. That just seems much more difficult than the way that I did it. But also, Kingsman will call you a dirty cheater. He's probably not wrong.
I would argue when this stage started, because it's so vertical. I know if you're on Twitch, you can't see the stage that I'm playing, but I'm in the 3rd level, which I guess you can call like the snow level or the ice level or something.
Yeah.
But they're essentially like tracks of trucks beneath you. So you can. They don't trigger at a particular point. They always run on a set pattern. So instead of going through the level as intended, you can just drop to the level below you as long as the trucks have started moving to pick you up.
Yes. So as long as you're on a truck, you're fine. And, like, I think you can do, like, I don't know. My first exposure to this game was a few years before I even played it. It was on a Games Done Quick. And,
okay.
Which is why I tried it the first time. Because even though I am not a speedrunner, and have no intentions of becoming one, because I don't have talent or skill. That's why I have to have console commands to complete Endless Legend for me, you know? But I do like watching people who are good at the craft. And that was one of the games that I just remember thinking, like, man, that game's awesome. That game looks like a lot of fun. And so when you're the one that came up with this one, so you were the one, you picked random. So to pull back the curtain into our selection process, I just pick games that sound interesting or fun that meet the criteria. Michelle just does random.org basically, and just RNG. And so RNG picked this game for us.
Yes, it did. And then the community really picked this game for us. RNG just put it on the... Put it on the
RNG
ballot.
put it on the... RNG won the primary. Oh, hey. Alright, well, that's neat. I guess these count as trucks.
They do now.
Huh. I don't really know where I was going with that, but I just wanted to... So, like, the traps, like the swinging hammers and stuff, you can land on.
So Alex, when you're saying which game would be better for Discord, you're talking about like which game to play for this whole thing, or something else? Yeah, and that's exactly right. I think that Overcooked, the whole idea is as something to just do in between Game Pass games. Yeah, so it was
I'm down to do
a
that.
Discord vote. We actually, the first time, because the whole concept came up pretty quickly, so we wanted to turn it around quickly. We did put the 4 games up for a vote, I guess it's 3 weeks ago now. And we didn't make a huge fuss of it. There was no at here or at everyone pings or anything like that. It was just posted in the Discord, and so whoever won that poll, or whatever game won that poll, is what we're playing now. So this is going to be our last stream for ClusterTruck. We're gonna probably take a week to do a palate cleanser type game, as you stated, whether it's Overcooked or something else, and we will be putting up another poll. We've already picked the 4 games for the next poll, so we know which ones are going to be on there. But we're definitely going to open it up. Again, if anyone has a game they're really passionate about us potentially playing, we will definitely listen to that and consider it for sure.
Yeah,
the
it's
idea
not
is
like
for this
I
film
have my
to
heart
be
set.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean,
You only
within
respond to
reason.
everyone paying Saucy? Because we can make that happen. You just have to somehow make it just you.
I'll tag just Saucy in everything I send out.
I forgot what button's the run button, but that would be very helpful in this stage.
You click in the left stick.
Oh, there we go.
Telling you, turn to the dark side. Use the air dash. You're not gonna fully complete this game.
I'm not completing the game, but I started something, and I'm either not going to finish it fully, or I'm just, I'll get what I get. I'm not going to be upset. Everything in this game is a bonus.
I
Getting
I
further
always
away
go
from
for
the
the
goal.
gentleman's. The gentleman's. That is.
That is to
My
say,
whole
whatever
tag is
you
full
feel
of
is
gentleman's
enough.
completion.
Oh,
Yeah.
720-ish.
I'm done.
5G,
The
I'm
gentleman's
done.
190.
Eh.
Whatever.
Game is terrible. I'm happy
Few of
for
those.
that 20 gamer score.
I used to just not care. So I used to just be like, yeah, man, 20 gamer score. Who cares about completion? I got a higher score. Whee! And now I'm like, man, what an idiot that guy was. I mean, I still do that now, but he was more of an idiot. I like to joke that I was the stupid kid that grew up to be a stupid man.
So, when you think back on your tag and various games that you've earned one achievement in, off the top of your head, is there anything that you wish you put more time into, or you're curious to put more time into, and you don't because we now all have these gigantic backlogs, or have you made your peace with those all being just 1G games or one achievement games?
I've kind of made my peace on it. I actually did buy some with the intent of going back. So, I have the Lara Croft Anniversary, which is just Tomb Raider 1 remastered, and I had 1 or 2 achievements in it, and I was always like, man, I have that. So, and also, as it turns out now, I seem to own just every Tomb Raider game before Untitled Tomb Raider.
Okay.
20 whatever. I don't know why. I just have this habit of buying things that I don't particularly need.
You don't say.
But I own it. Yeah, I know, right? So, hey, does anyone want to have a Lego-style thing, but with Tomb Raider, huh? Everyone's favorite Tomb Raider.
I just want to shout a couple of the answers in the not Discord, the Twitch chat. Alex says that he regrets games for Windows Live. So just for clarification, Alex, are you saying you regret games that you started on? I will admit to know very little about games for Windows Live other than Fallout 3 PC. So is there anything specific, or the whole suite of that?
No, I have Dawn of War 2, and that's one that I always kept going man, I would love to have some friends to play Dawn of War 2. I'm a big fan of Dawn of War 1. Oh, what? Oh no.
Okay, yeah, so Alex is saying Dawn of War 2 is the one that he was about to mention, actually. And also just, Saucy mentions The Witcher as a game he needs to go back and do. And Icefire TN also says Xbox Fitness, which, yes, can never be finished. Did you get a significant amount done in that? Or did you, get a couple of achievements in it, trying your Connect once, and now it's kind of stuck there? And then also, Jables asks, do you think you'll ever play this while not streaming?
I did for a little bit, but I will probably never finish it, to be honest with you. It's not that I don't like it. I do enjoy it fairly well. It's just that there's other games that I have that I would rather do more, like in platforming. And like not even just 3D platforming, but just other platforming in general. Like Shovel Knight. I never actually completed all of Shovel Knight. I'd rather do that instead of this. Which is kind of apples to oranges, but I don't know. It's just a different experience, I guess. But that's more where my like platforming kind of stuff lies, is playing stuff that was like what I did when I was a child.
I mean, for myself, I can totally see playing this game in a, one of those nights where I'm just sitting in party, chatting with people, and don't really know anything, don't feel like playing anything in particular. And I could see, playing this for a level or two, just as something to do. The other reason I could see going back to this game is if it's announced to leave Game Pass. I can completely envision going back and trying to get one more achievement in it, or see if I can get a little more done before that happens. But I don't think this is something. I don't think this is something that I'm going to make a particular point to do. Dynable approves of Shovel Knight, and Saucy is saying that he's impressed by the lack of vulgarity while you play this. I'd be swearing more.
I know, right? Well, one, I don't know what the Twitch rules are, so I'm kind of trying to not do that. If you want swearing on Twitch, though, you can find it, man. It ain't, it's there. But yeah. Oh, okay. We're good. Okay.
I'm not sure I believe you.
Air dash for the win. I did it. Completed a world. Hey, that's a rare one. Completed medieval world.
So I haven't looked at any of the different power-ups you can purchase in the game. How many are there to purchase? And are you finding that air dash so far is like it's the one? Like,
air dash has been my favorite, but mostly because they're kind of expensive. So I was using double jump, which I imagine on some worlds will be better. There's jetpack, which I found to be very. There's a levitation. Truck boost, so boost the truck below the player. There's a grappling hook. A back truck? Back trucks to the latest truck. You trucks. You know what? Yeah, man. Let's do that. I don't know what that means, but...
Death Dealers, I don't know about posting a video on demand, to be honest, because I'm not that familiar. Vulgar, do you have any sense on that? I get the feeling that's going to be something either Corey or Kenny handles.
I'm capable of learning.
But definitely thanks for joining us. And if we can make it happen, we will.
Back truck. It goes back to the truck you were on before you trucked.
Time to put the spawn to bed. Have a good night, everyone. All right, have a good night, Saucy. I don't think we'll be doing this in an hour. But thanks for joining us, for sure.
Oh no. Okay, we're going back to air dash.
You didn't like being
air
on
dash.
the last truck you trucked?
I can see it being useful, but man, air dash and me, we got a special thing going on.
I mean, you're singing to it, so that's...
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's special now.
Wish we could feel this way forever.
This would be a great game to use that Spotify functionality where you can just overlay it with whatever game you're playing.
More games need to do that. More games need to resurrect groove music. And
well, Microsoft would need to resurrect it first. But yeah, I understand what you're getting at.
And so I can play it on my Zune.
Oh man. So I guess Mixer adds is now on that list of things Microsoft tried to do with tech that it failed at. Mixer, Windows Phone, Zune. Corey, I think that's a reference to video on demand, since we weren't sure the answer about whether or not video on demand could happen, would happen, all that stuff.
Should happen.
Yeah, and I was saying you could play Spotify anytime, which I think you can now with the way the Spotify app is now integrated with Xbox. Yeah.
No. Close.
It's okay. It's okay.
Is that far?
We believe in you.
No. I was about to end my friendship with Air Dash.
Why is it's turned on you?
Well, I keep air dashing too far. I don't need it to take me to the limit that far.
But can it do it one more time?
Take it to the limit one more time. I had a friend that hated the Eagles. He kept saying the Eagles were the Nickelback of classic rock. I don't know if I necessarily agree with him, but I could see where he's coming from.
Could have been talking about the football Eagles for some reason.
No, nobody cares about them.
No, nobody. Okay, they did win that one Super Bowl once.
They threw batteries at Santa Claus.
Well, that's just Philadelphia sports fans.
I know. I'm not speedrunning. We'll just cruise. Tom Cruise our way to the goal.
I didn't realize in this stage that I'm working on, which is level 3-9, there's like a giant obelisk of ice falling far down the level. So it looks at first that you can just kind of ride the trucks and they're taking it easy after stressing you out for 9 levels. But no, you gotta rush, otherwise you're gonna get crushed by that thing. Or the trucks can't pass through it and you just sort of lose.
Yeah. Air Dash. I think that was one I used.
Oh boy, Icefire, you're an Eagles fan, or are you a Philadelphia sports fan? Because things might get real tense depending on your answer here. Just saying. Just saying.
I would have thought he was a Titans fan.
Oh, Icefire, not Tennessee. We've established
Not
this.
Tennessee. I mean, you can still be a fan, not from Tennessee.
Okay.
I'm a Niners guy.
That's fair. You can totally root for Eagles football and not for Philly fans. Totally down with that.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Full show.
But watch yourself, McCoy. Ow. No. Ow. Kind of got ZZ Top there for a minute. Sorry.
Mostly watch football? Yeah, I'm a football fan for fantasy football season, and otherwise don't watch. So, oops. Oh, you lived in Philly for 6 years? Close to my neck of the woods. Being in New York City. Definitely been to Philly many times. Mostly to see wrestling
college
events.
football.
No way. Someone in Nebraska is a fan of college football?
Yeah, I know.
Holy
It's
crow. I never would have
it's
imagined.
by law. Yeah, actually. There's a reason. Tom Osborne was our governor. Or not governor, he was our representative. He had ran for governor and lost. I don't even know how you do that. Tom Osborne.
Someone runs against you, and they get more votes.
Well, yeah, but like, you know, he's Tom Osborne. Man won national championships. You know,
True. All right, I got him.
led the most dominant football team in all of 90s college football.
Man, the 90s were a long time ago.
Yeah, but they... Yeah, it's okay. I don't care that the last time they won I was, 9 years old. Doesn't matter.
That's like me and my Mets. And they haven't won won a World Series since I was all of 5. Still my
Sorry,
team now.
I can't feel anything bad for the Mets ever since, ruining the dream of the 2015 Cubbies.
Cubs just weren't that good.
Ruining. They were amazing, and then Bartolo Colon came and crushed my dreams on Back to the Future 2 Day.
Don't say bad things about Big Sexy. He is a good man. scholar and a saint and a home run hitter. You leave Bartolo alone.
He is. The entire sport of baseball was just designed to get guys like Bartolo Colon to hit the ball. That's why I'm against the designated hitter.
I am too. I am not fond of all these proposals that are getting rid of the designated hitter. Yes, I agree. The 90s was the best decade, but that's because I did most of my formative growing up in that decade. But, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
Had the Super Nintendo, which I still contend is my favorite console.
The 90s was the second best decade for music, Enigma Gamer. E-Gamer, what was the best decade for music?
The 80s.
And Vulgar, it sounds like you have a okay, the 80s? Well, based on everything you've sung in this stream, I'm unsurprised that was your answer.
Though I would also contend that, every decade has a whole bunch of terrible stuff. The thing is, you just don't listen to it.
Absolutely.
Because you just hear the greatest hits, right? They don't play Disco Duck, all right? You get to skip that.
But why? I mean, it's like I'm a huge Beatles fan, but I would not say generally that I'm a fan of 60s music. I just really like the Beatles. So, right, they're not contingent on each other. But most of the bands I would state are favorites of mine would be from the 90s primarily.
I'm a big hair metal guy.
Yeah, so is Enigma Gamer.
Yeah. Well, me and you should hang out. Yeah, I've actually seen like Def Leppard and stuff a couple times. Motley Crue. Back when we used to have live music. Remember those days?
Saw Guns N' Roses a couple years ago.
Did they actually like play?
Yeah, they were good. They were good.
Wow.
I was super impressed with the Axl Rose's like cardio, all things considered. But no, it was a fun show. Lenny Kravitz opened. It was a good time. Yeah, concerts.
Alice Cooper. Now, have you ever
Yes,
had an
I've seen
opportunity
Alice
to
Cooper.
see Alice Cooper? Yeah,
Super
he
fun
puts
show.
on a show. The man gets his head cut off. He gets resurrected as Frankenstein. What more do you want out of a show?
Yep.
He's a
Ellen
showman first and foremost.
Alice Cooper with the band escapes me. Well, that's Al. Are you in the chat? What did you see Alice Cooper with? I'm gonna have to look this up.
I saw Alice Cooper and Head East was the opening band for that. They did one song that you've probably heard of. It was on the Days of the Confused soundtrack. And other than that, I was looking them up because I was like, man, this is the most like generic band I've ever heard in my life. And I found out some other great things about Head East, not to like dunk on them or whatever, but they're in the Iowa Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I was like, what is that, a pamphlet?
Leave Iowa alone. And Alex,
Nebraska.
I mean, have you seen how Axl Rose looks lately? It has nothing to do with his age.
It's the mileage. I should probably use this time slow, but I never do. It's just not, it's like I'm slowed down too, so like I never have a hard, like whenever they do the slow down stuff, I'm never very good at it as a mechanic when they do like the time slow.
I'm on Laser World now, and I'm up to this one stage. It's just all these lasers rotating in front of you. I got up to the end. I actually was there. I saw the goal, and managed to just slowly walk myself off the left side of my truck. It's very disappointing.
Yep, That happens so often. You're just like, man, I can see it. As it's sight, and then you just
I'm
like
here.
trip.
Yeah.
We did it! We did it! And then you just, yeah. Since they grease up the top of these trucks.
Yep. I'm feeling a little sad. Feels like on a stage like this one, like there should be some way to just like either run forward or find a particular truck to ride on that just because the way the lasers are, you will always make it safely. But no, there is no such thing.
No, you do have to dodge. Yeah, I know. It's like doing like a spiral swirl type pattern.
Yep.
I've been there.
Yeah, you've been through this
Yep.
recently enough. You know what I mean.
You can do it. I believe in you. Ah. Ah.
Wow. I literally just said what I said, and I went to go type a message in Discord and just rode my way to the goal. So, lesson kids. If you find yourself
Sometimes-
on stage 4-3, back up on the truck about, half a click on your left stick there and just ride it out.
Man, I gotta do this really fast, like a lot faster than I'm.
Captain Kirk was born in Iowa.
He was Riverside, Iowa. In like 2300 or something. Hasn't been born yet, but if you do go to Riverside, Iowa, you will see future birthplace of Captain James Tiberius Kirk. There's also a Metropolis, Iowa, that has a Superman statue.
Hey, why not?
Yeah,
I'm not sure
You
what
know.
to do here. I've got to be honest.
which I'm sure Superman could save it, because, I mean, imagine all the crime that could happen in that zone.
You'd be surprised, man.
The mean streets of
It's
Iowa.
vicious. It's vicious out there.
I mean, it isn't Superman saving him.
You don't want to get stuck in Iowa after nightfall.
The children of the corn will get you.
Metropolis is in
That also.
Kansas. It's possible. One up Dan Prue, if I recall correctly. Who
Well,
obviously knew the Star
Smallville's in
Trek.
Kansas. Smallville is where Superman grew up, but the real-life Metropolis, Iowa, or Metropolis is in Iowa, I thought, but I could be wrong. It's very possible, but I think canonically, like, there isn't a state for actual, like, DC Comics places. In my head, Metropolis was always Los Angeles, and Gotham was New York City, but I don't know.
I don't know why I always thought that Gotham was supposed to be Chicago. But again, I don't think they actually state these things. It's just sort
Well,
of,
and actually,
and I
Chicago and stuff, they do exist in the DC universe. It's just that there's also cities named, you know, which I know doesn't make a lot of sense. I was close there. Did you know that there's actually a city named Gotham? That's where Gotham indirectly gets its name from. Because there was basically there's a tale where these people in the city tried to get out of paying their taxes by pretending they're all lunatics. And so the crazies of Gotham became like a tale that people would tell, and then someone else described New York City as that, because there's a bunch of crazy people. And so then that used to be described New York City, which got inspired Bob Kane and Bill Finger to put everything there. There's a video on YouTube I can share it if people are so inclined.
so the internet tells me there are 3 cities in America named Metropolis, and they're in Louisiana, Illinois, and California. Whether or not
Darn
that's
it.
accurate, because I didn't check whether or not this website is in fact accurate and isn't just making up things, I don't know. But that's what the internet told me today.
The internet? Is that thing still around?
Allegedly. So right, Alex, exactly what Vulgar story was about Gotham, New York being referred to as Gotham beforehand. And Enigma Gamer thought you were going to rage quit there for a second, Vulgar, but it seems you kept your cool.
Yeah, I like died like 30 centimeters from the end. I just completely like biffed it. But you know,
We've all been there.
You just keep chipping away at it. Oh, I'm gonna, yeah.
I mean, how frustrated can you be when you're talking about comic books?
Really frustrated. Have you been to a comic book store?
I sure have.
Yeah.
I've been to Comic Con, and that is incredibly frustrating because it's just people everywhere. Well, New York
Costco.
Comic Con, obviously, to be clear. Never been to that big one in San Diego that everyone's clamoring for.
My brother's been to the Salt Lake City one. He said that was pretty neat, but I
Oh,
never
nice.
went to that one. Never really been to places really in the same way. He met Hulk Hogan there. Said he's the
Really?
He almost got run over by Hulk Hogan in a golf cart. Hulk Hogan was getting to wherever, and so he almost got ran over. And I was just like, "So what were you gonna do, brother, when Hulkamania ran wild in that convention center?"
When it literally ran wild. I mean, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. And your brother was like,
Oh no, he got the joke.
snap into a Slim Jim. Oh, mixing metaphors again.
No, that's wrong guy. Wrong guy.
Certainly
Hulk
no.
Hogan is what, like a milkshakes, pasta factory?
Pasta, yeah.
Yeah.
What level is this anyway? Legend Shots asks. Thought about giving
This
this game
is
a go,
six-
but have not yet.
This is level 6-2 out of
10.
each
10,
one
10.
has 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There's 100 then.
Yes.
If my back of the napkin math has been correct.
Good math. We've been preparing this answer for days. Good job.
I counted, which is like so many more fingers and toes than I have, right?
And Icefire, I think, hits it exactly on the head. It is janky, but doable. So if you haven't been listening beforehand or haven't been aware, just be aware there is an achievement to play through the entire game using none of the available power-ups in the game, which obviously will make playing the levels a little harder for you, but
I'm
will stop you from
liberally
having to play the
abusing
game
this.
twice. If a completion doesn't matter to you, though, and you want to play the game and just enjoy the experience of playing the game, you can certainly just go ahead and buy whatever power-ups and just enjoy it for what it is.
I think you'll miss like 200 achievements, or 200 points if you do it, and 200 achievements. But I honestly, I did like over 3 worlds, just over, without using any of the abilities. I've used the abilities. It's still just as difficult. This dash that I'm going to do here is crazy useful. I assume others are, because you get points at the end for your style and stuff. And you use those to unlock the different stuff, the different abilities, and yeah, there's also an achievement for unlocking all of those points.
The list for the game is pretty unimaginative. So, Legend, if you're curious, the list is really just there are only 13 achievements. There's one for each of the 10 worlds. That would account obviously for 10 of them. There's one for getting a certain score in one level, which you do by doing tricks, which is really just like airtime and things like that. And there is one for buying a skill, and then there's the no skill run. So the hardest one would be the no skill run. Everything else will come just being stubborn. And obviously,
Ironically, the no
depends
skill
on...
run.
Mhm. No, go
The
ahead.
no skill run takes a lot of skill. Ironically.
And obviously this is all relative. If you tend to be really good at platformer type games like this that tend to be a little janky, to again use that as the phrase of the day, this might be right up your alley. because it's exactly that kind of game. If you like things that are, like Devin was saying earlier, 3D platformers where the controls are a little bit more, what's the word, reliable?
Tight, robust. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's responsive. These are pretty responsive. It's just, I don't know. There's a lot of like skill, and a lot of it is just like, I feel like I'm just kind of blundering through it. But that launch that you get from specific stuff and managing your momentum is so huge. And I feel like the real reason I'm not doing as well as I could be is that I haven't been, doing as well with my momentum, and instead using my powers instead. I don't know. I still love it.
This is
Yeah.
It's a fun enough game to play. It's definitely a good challenge. Like I think what you were alluding to before, the controls are not bad. They control the way they are intended, but they take getting used to.
Yes, there's a weight, and there's a weight to the guy. I guess me, the way that he feels, it's not. He definitely has momentum. That's kind of hard to stop. Like, he doesn't move 100% accurately on the dime. So if I was to move back, Isaac Newton is still the most dangerous man in the galaxy, right? So he's still taking effect. Objects in motion stay in motion.
Yeah, I would not compare this to Ori on any level, at all. I guess insofar as the truck is a platform and Ori has platforms, maybe. But right, everything
This
that
is
Ori
exactly like Doom.
Wait, what? I think to the
Golf
point
gags.
being made earlier, everything that Ori does well in terms of having really sharp, crisp controls and knowing exactly where you'll land when you press a button, this game is the much floatier version of all of that sort of stuff. But it's by design, so whether or not you like that will affect that.
I mean,
but the game is doing as intended.
Yeah, it did everything it set out to do. I can't, in terms of that kind of rating, which is normally how I judge things, right? Like, what did this game set out to do? Did it do it well? Yeah, this is, I think my biggest thing is that World 4, I think, is a little bit more difficult than some of the worlds around it. Like, that World 5 was, like, in comparison, much easier than that laser world. At least for me. So maybe the difficulty scaling, but that's always going to be, maybe there's some guy who's just like, laser physics is their jam. So.
Oops. Oh, that's a laser. Yeah, trucks are also random on their path each run, so it's not reliable, good or bad depending on how you look at it. I think that's kind of the case. I don't think the trucks start randomly, but then their collision gets to be a little random. I do feel like when the game says go, the trucks all start in a routine spot. But other than that, I don't think so. Legend is determined to watch you finish this level, so no pressure.
Okay.
No pressure.
Man. Okay. What do you want to? Let's make some. Let's make some determinations here, right?
Okay.
So there's the end of the level. How much do you want to say that the actual goal, like maybe the actual goal extends a little bit lower, below the platforms? Maybe if I cross a certain threshold. Because what my problem is I'm having trouble getting on that last truck. There's a last set of trucks. You have to like kind of do a Z pattern, right?
Okay.
But I'm having trouble getting. Oh yeah, I got rid of that ability. I can only have one. I gave myself a double jump to see if I could use it to get some more air.
I think.
Go ahead. We could do it. I think Alex
has a good corollary for how the game is. It's like the trucks follow the same choreography each time, but they're just not very good at it.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually
for the
very
most,
well put. Yeah.
Like, once they crash, you know that they're going to crash, but... so close. You know they're going to crash, but what happens when they crash is, you know...
Right, that's
it's
where
hard to
things
tell.
go weird, yeah. Because that's the
I
point at which the physics aren't very consistent in the game.
But that's what makes it so unique and everything.
Right, it is hard to fault the game for the things that it's trying to do to differentiate itself from other games.
We did it, boys! I have a Dr. Pepper right here. I'm just gonna...
Oh, sorry, Legend, I missed that question.
Spill it everywhere. Spill it absolutely everywhere. I didn't realize it was that shook up. All right.
And Al, this game does not have double jump. It has a high jump if you land on the back of the truck.
Oh, it has a double jump.
Well, it doesn't have one. Oh, okay. It doesn't have one at the outset. Okay, I apologize. I will take that back. I didn't know because I'm still using no abilities.
Yeah, she is going for the, if you want all the achievements, or if you're like me and just want to show off as much of this game as possible for Twitch. Okay, yeah, this is one where the double jump seems like it would make a lot of sense.
See, the problem with using abilities is once you start using them, you're not going to go back, right? So that's my philosophy in sticking with just trying to do it this way.
Oh, for sure. Mine is that, like, you know, I'm not perfect. I've already lost so many where I could, you know, I'm not, like, there's how many games are just completely unobtainable, you know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, I've got a stellar, 100% completion to keep intact, right? Right? No, I understand what you're saying.
So, you know, I'm okay with flubbing it a little. Whoa. I don't really know what happened there. Trucks just kind of piled on, and then there was a firefight, there's an explosion. I came out of it.
How good is your memory for these laser weapons?
I don't know. Which one is it?
This is 6, I think. And it's mostly just static lasers, and the trucks are just going straight forward. Everything looks cool. But there's this one laser that's off to the right side, and the trucks are going straight. So if you just right through it, it will kill you, because it's coming kind of top to bottom. You can't jump over it, because it's top to bottom. You can't ride under it, because the crook to the right is too short. You can't really jump to the left of it. I don't know what to do. I think
I went around.
Alright, I will continue to try.
I don't know, it just reminds me of, you know, as a kid. Can't go over it. Whoa.
So Alex, I actually do have my screen up on Mixer, but we didn't quite figure out how we can get 2 streams going on Twitch yet. So if you want to see what I'm doing, it's just my tag over on Mixer. You can check it out over there. We will eventually figure out how to get both streams on one Twitch feed. It's just all still new to us.
Okay.
All right, what have you learned? Sounds like you're about to hit us with some knowledge.
This is another one where the solution is below me. And you put grading here. You knew I would do it, you smart developers, you. I knew I would cheat.
They are on to you. Yeah. Knew it. Like, months before you ever thought of playing the game, they were like, "No, we got this guy."
He's
Alex,
gonna jump around.
I'm not streaming on AH101. I'm just streaming on my own tag. So if you just look for Matrarch, and the word matriarch without the I, I do have a stream going there, just to, if there's curiosity about what I'm looking at. And Vulgar's included his audio there as well, so if you want to listen there, you'll still hear both of us chatting.
Yep.
It's okay. It's okay. You have done so well this stream, not getting that sort of grumpiness. You got to stay there, stay focused, stay calm. You got this, brother. Oh boy.
Whoa. I went full Joey Lawrence, gang. You never go full Joey Lawrence. Everyone hears all of my things I have to say about Blossom, and then they say, whoa.
We need a third person in these streams who gets more of your references.
You guys don't remember Blossom?
I remember Blossom, but I didn't watch it.
I did it.
Did it?
Yeah,
You remember
completed
Blossom?
a level.
Oh, nicely done.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how could I not? She wore such great hats. Oh gosh. See, this is where the double jump also comes into play, because this one has verticality, but not like that level 3 where I could cheat. So this one actually expects me to have talent, which I don't have any of that. So I just cheat, take it till I make it. But having a double jump, like a lot of platforming games, having the ability to double jump really fixes a lot of the goofs that you normally have.
True. Whoop, that didn't end well.
Whoa.
So in case it isn't clear
please.
from... You were invoking your best Dino Bull?
I was doing it. Ladies and gentlemen, Dino Ball.
In case it isn't clear, the physics of the game are such that you can actually... You can float backwards after you've jumped. Obviously, it's at a slower pace than forward. Or, actually, that's probably not even fair. You're not going backwards, but the trucks are going beneath you in such a way that it looks like you're going backwards. So it can get very strange.
Okay. Well, this one is like, it's like basically funneling down. Like, so it'll go down one way, like forward, and then the trucks will go down backwards or whatever. And like, so... I'm having a hard time orienting myself. I should probably change my sensitivity. This is where that comes into play.
Whoops. I got so excited that I made this jump that I just jumped straight into another set of lasers I usually avoid. Alright, so here I am coming up to the laser that keeps killing me, and I just went into it again. Yeah, the sensitivity on this game is definitely a thing you should play with if you choose to play the game. When we were playing last week, Kingsman was like, you immediately want to turn your sensitivity up, and I did that and hated it. I immediately turned it lower than normal.
Oh no.
And it sounds like you're having the same issue. So generally I'd recommend...
Terrible mistake.
If you're playing this game, go in and actually turn the sensitivity down. Because you will you'll wind up looking upside down somehow. It's very, very disconcerting.
Well, you don't, because you're not, you don't have feet, so, oh, okay, this is going to take some getting used to, but this feels better. I went about medium.
Yeah, I went a little less than medium. I know typically when I play games, I usually like the sensitivity to be a little high, but this one is that camera just whips around, you can't see anything, so.
Oh yeah,
bring it down,
gets
bro.
real barfy, real fast.
Barfy, a word we're going to move to be officially added to the lexicon.
Yeah, you get real barfy.
As we start,
something I use when I'm playing VR games. All kinds of barfy.
Yes. I finally made it around that laser and immediately crashed into the next one. But hey, progress. Yeah, I mean, maybe we should include a barfy index in the It Came From Game Pass segment.
Yeah, it gets kind of barfy though. Like, when it was on 10, it was like whipping around, and I had no idea what was going on. I somehow became upside down,
Yep,
I
that's
think
exactly
you
what
can
happened
just
to me.
look down
The
all
chunder
the way.
count? Yeah, we want to keep that at 0 if possible. And, oh man, now I'm just not jumping on time. Ooh.
Okay. Come on, come on, come on,
Gotta
come on.
commit.
Aww.
So you saw someone speedrunning this game?
Yeah. He was really good. I
Oh.
think if you look up the Games Done Quick stuff, there's a guy, and then the developers actually went into his game and messed with him specifically and then donated money. It was really sweet.
That's really awesome. Oh, I keep not meaning to do that.
Oh. Yeah. I believe GDQ's happening very soon. I watch that every year. Or, well, every bi-yearly? Biannually?
It's semi-annually? Twice a year, right?
That's it. Yeah, or more. They've done a couple of other, like, special ones.
Yeah, I know they'll do some like random intervals for particular fundraising efforts. Oh, I keep winding up.
Yeah, like they did Hurricane Harvey, and
Right.
I always donate to that stuff too. Coronavirus and all that.
Yeah, Alex, we can definitely. So Kronos does his own streaming. He streams. I want to say Monday or Tuesday. I'm completely wrong. It's possible somebody in the Discord knows, but he has done in the past a weekly stream and has done Slay the Spire.
I'll do Slay the Spire.
And I was just about to say, I'm pretty sure you don't have to convince Vulgar too hard to do Slay the Spire. So, like I've mentioned a couple times, we are planning on making this stream account more active and getting more content on here. So it won't just be it came from Game Pass or, Kenny reviewing a game. There's definitely going to be more content on here more regularly. So keep suggestions like that coming so we can figure out how to get that better integrated.
But yeah, if you don't have to twist my arm to have me to play Slay the Spire. Now I can't guarantee that I'll be like Ascension like 20 or whatever, but you can watch the gears turn. There. I think I just slipped off that truck entirely. All right, here we go.
Oh no. I got so surprised that I just sat on this truck and passed the same laser that keeps killing me. That, like sometimes that happens and you just forget to move because you're like, wait, did that really just happen?
Yeah.
And yeah.
It is so hard to concentrate on all of the different things that are happening. And I'm upside down again. Oh, okay, so I can do like a flip. Let's try this.
Oh wow.
Woo!
Look at you.
That's not a bad idea at all.
Yeah, Alex, we're definitely considering how to best approach this. Some kind of calendar is probably the easiest with who's going to stream when for us and for people who are watching. But there definitely will be room for stuff that's not scheduled or specialty streams if there's something like Extra Life going on. So that kind of stuff will definitely be considered and mentioned to everyone, and also we'll definitely be looking for input from people insofar as when they would watch and what they would watch and that kind of thing.
Like I do Extra Life, like I would probably do Extra Life anyway. So there will be stuff. I think I just got smacked upside the head with a pillar. Soundtrack is it's bumping.
That is a word for it.
It's a banger.
All right, so you're a guy who makes his career by jumping on trucks as they pass lasers and hammers and whatnot. What would your soundtrack be?
The truck just like disappeared, man. Like right before it gave up. I don't know. That's a good point.
Probably classical.
I can't help always but chuckling when I'm playing a game like GTA or Saints Row the Third, and you steal someone's car and it's on the classical music station. There's just something so weird about those two things happening at the same time.
Did it. Alright.
Nice.
That's
Careful.
a good one.
Oh, nice.
That's a good one.
Okay, there must be a little bit of lag. You said did it, and it looked like you were still like floating toward the end.
Oh, this is awesome! Oh.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure what a real soundtrack for this game would sound like. I don't want to imply that whoever composed the soundtrack wasn't composing it for real usage, but it definitely sounds very much like music production library, generic musics number 1 through 10, or if there are even 10 separate tracks, I couldn't tell you. Oh, why did all the trucks randomly pile up there?
Oh
And Jable
Okay.
suggested the wheels on the truck go boom, boom, boom.
no. I don't get it.
I think I need to get there and like jump off of the doors or something, and that'll do it. Oh,
Okay, so I gotta remember that my sensitivity is way up. So, like, I can't just mash on it like I used to.
oh,
Yeah!
Right. Where are you going?
610. There's a hole in the boulder. Okay. This is, okay.
Oh, same place every time. Yeah, Alex is saying that he loves that there's no netting, or there's netting for you, so you can't just cheese the level by falling off the side.
There were levels that you could.
Yeah, back in World 3. Ouch.
I did that on the last one, to the amusement of others. Actually, I think if I could go faster, this might be a good one for the time slow.
Do you have enough
Or
points to purchase all of the
no,
different abilities?
not yet.
Or... Oh,
I imagine I might have to grind them out, but
okay. I mean, are you
trucker
far
flip.
off?
What's the I'm
ahead.
pretty far off.
Okay.
Yeah. A projectile that spawns a truck freezes all trucks.
Oh,
Truck salute 0. Don't have enough for truck salute 0. Let's spawn a truck.
wonder how that actually works in terms of gameplay.
We will see. Push to throw a truck capsule.
Is that what they're calling it these days? Did it just generate a truck underneath you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That could be useful.
We could cheat that. That could be used to cheat.
That's good on levels where they actually allow you to drop off.
Yeah.
I need to slow down there, actually. By the time I get there, that laser's moving off to the left.
Should have thrown a truck. Come on, fall.
Are you allowed one truck throw per level?
No, I get as many as you can do. You get the. Oh, okay. So it throws the capsule pretty far. So it throws it wherever your feet are. So you kind of have to but it recharges like some of the other abilities. I don't know where I'm supposed to go after backwards.
Let's try it backwards.
Okay, I'm getting there. That's what Icefire is saying. You might have to do 180 when you drop.
Yep. Yep,
Nailed
we got
it.
to Indiana Jones it. Okay, portable truck. Can be a little disappointing. Ah, there we go. That's another
almost.
world complete.
Nicely done.
Sci-fi. 30 points for completing the ancient world. That's
Oh,
a rare
okay.
one.
Up from 20. So it looks like most people give up on this game around World 5? World 5 was still not rare, right?
World 5 was rare.
Okay, so Laser World apparently is about where people give up.
Yeah. I don't blame you. Where?
You also are them.
What is going?
Hey, kid.
Okay, I kind of lost the thread here. Let's big magnet came up and started flipping the trucks.
Oh boy, it's gonna be all sorts of fun in that.
Portable
Ah, the image of
You gotta
you just screaming that every time a truck appears below you.
Well, you gotta do like the Ninja Turtles thing, right? Where you're just like, Ninja Vanish!
Right, good night,
I wondered
Alex.
what that dude...
That you had fun.
Good night, man. Remember that dude? What was his name? Ninja Turtles. And he was in Hyperstone Heist. He was like Shredder's like number 2, which means he was like 3rd in command for the Foot Army because he had Krang and then Shredder and then, you know, him.
Can't say I know the name.
He's like General... I'll say it's Chansu.
No idea.
Someone will probably know this in the chat. He's bald. He was the guy that did the Ninja Vanish in Secret of the Ooze.
Kenny just
All-time
called you a
classic. Dude. Yeah, I am. Secret of the Ooze was it's a classic. It has Vanilla Ice in it. And a dude named Kino. He's in it. Not Casey Jones.
Yes, Ninja rap Jables. That's really like,
Go Ninja, go Ninja,
the
go.
TMNT needed no more cultural influence than that.
Yo, it's the mean machine, the green machine. They're gonna rock the town without being seen. It's like several of the rap songs that I know all the words to. Are you any further in Laser World?
No. But that's okay.
It's Laser World is rough. Like, I don't think this is where I was supposed to go. Yeah.
Oh, Vulgar, it's Tatsu. That's the name of the...
Chatsu! Thank you! I knew it was like... Of course he did.
Well, I mean,
knew
that's
he would
exactly
know.
who...
Yeah. Yep. He was in Hyperstone Heist. I think that's like the only game he was in. That's the Genesis one. It's not exactly like Turtles in Time. It's still pretty good though. Turtles in Time gets all the and deservedly so. It's a great game. But Hyperstone Heist, it's still pretty good.
So, Legend apparently has realized that he won a giveaway, and he was wondering what he won a giveaway for. So, because we are trying to get things started, we're trying to work with some stuff for working on giveaway bots and things like that. So we're still getting this all sorted. So we're in the middle of, again, figuring it out, because we do want to make sure to reward people that come and stop by and actually participate in the streams. So give me a second here. I'm going to figure out what's going on with getting that all working.
Congrats, by the way.
Legend, quick, are you following the stream? Or are you a follower of the channel, I should say?
This is a loaded question.
It is. Because one of the hooks will be, whenever we get these things all situated, we want to make sure that we're promoting that followers are the ones that are getting giveaways. It's a perk for being a follower.
Boy. That just doesn't seem sporting. Okay. Oh, there are Tron missiles. First try. Trying to shoot those missiles at me. It don't work. Pain don't hurt. All right. Okay, so now you've upped the missile count. Oh man, it's like a fireworks display. Alright, we got this.
Okay, well, go ahead and click follow. That would help us, Legend. And thank you. And thank you for helping us test stuff and being here, more importantly. But this way you'll get all those fun notifications when we're online, just in case we don't at everyone in the Discord. Whoa. All good, all good.
Well, okay.
So Ice Fire, yeah, we're hoping to get to that point as we are just switching over. We got to get some streams under us, get some viewers, get some followers, and then hopefully get affiliated. And at that point, we can start. People want to be awesome and throw their Twitch Prime subs our way. That would be the time to do it. So this is all part of starting that. And again, thank you all who have tuned in for helping us get started.
No, really do appreciate that. But yeah, first you get the job, then you get the khakis, then you get the chicks.
All right, thank you.
Hey, bonus points if you can identify. That is a line from a movie, and you get bonus points on that. Points mean nothing, but you will get, let's call it 4 bonus points.
All right, repeat the quote.
I believe it is first we get the job, then we get the khakis, then you get the chicks.
Anyone?
I believe the movie is from 1997.
I think I actually know what it
Yasmin,
is. But
had Yasmin Bleeth in it. And Jenny McCarthy. So that probably gives out way too much. It's a movie that I like a little bit more than I probably should.
yeah, I honestly don't know how much. Elle says basketball.
It is basketball.
Yep.
Bonus points go to L.
Don't jump, dummy. Just ride the stupid truck. Okay.
Okay, I don't think double jump's working for me here, so we're gonna go right back into, also, portable truck. Disappointment.
Disappointment, so you're gonna go
air
back
dash.
to Old Faithful? Okay.
You know, me and the air dash.
Together again.
Oh, I also don't have a double jump anymore. I was really abusing that.
Can't you just go equip it, or is that not the way that works?
You only get one, so I can't be air dash and double jump at the same time.
Which do you think is going to be more beneficial? Whoa.
That's a good question. The double jump, though, is super handy. Just, I mean, for kind of semi-obvious reasons. Like, I mean, once you can, if you can double jump, then you can control, you know, where you're going to be in space, you know, a lot easier, which makes that whole platforming thing much more doable. I'm not getting enough, like, oomph towards the side there to go all the way through the tube.
Man. This one laser. I tell you.
Oh man, we've been doing this for 2 hours.
Just about, yeah. Time flies and so
Time-
on and so forth.
Time flies when you're...
I kind of wish this game had a fails counter, just to see the futility.
Or like a Meat Boy thing, you know? Like, that's
Yeah.
one of the best parts of Meat Boy is when all 20,000 of your attempts just fly out simultaneously at you. You'll be able to see, like, yep, there it is. And you get to see the progression as one lone survivor makes his way through the level.
Especially, I'm the kind of gamer that when I'm playing a Meat Boy style game, if the stage is exceptionally difficult, eventually I get frustrated and easily have 10 or 20 deaths that are all just me running off the first platform over and over again. So, you can always see that moment in action. Oh.
I remember, like, the most frustrating thing when I was a kid was GoldenEye. It was like the most frustrating level in the world to me. It's that level where you have to escort Boris and then escort Natalia while she's getting typed at. They're typing on the things. Because Natalia has no sense of self-preservation whatsoever. Which isn't that bad. Sure, escort missions are never great in video games, whatever. But also the fact that she seems to, like, just like, hey James, I'm typing here, as if I didn't know she was doing that. So I would get frustrated, and every now and again I would take the proximity mines that were there and I would just throw them in the elevator with Natalia and explode them. As a show of my frustration.
Oh, hi, Fug. Fug just told us to, well, I guess told you because you're the one on stream, because I'm obviously doing awesome at this game and have not been on the same level for the last half hour. Get good and stop sucking.
Alright. I'll take that advice. I will implement this in a future episode. Thank you. That's going in the suggestion box. That's what I call my shredder.
Oh, man. Then he comes right back with the backhanded compliment. I'm sure you are much better than I.
Well, sure.
How's it going, Fug?
Thanks for joining us, Bug. Portable truck, man. Every time I check it, it's just like the worst.
Chuck it or truck it? Oh. Man.
Oh!
Oh, God. This level.
Oh.
See, air dash might be helpful in this one, so I can get around this one same laser.
Air dash.
I'm telling you, it's tempting. Tempting.
It's my
yeah.
favorite.
Is there anything behind me? No, I'm on the very last truck. Oh, might the truck go sideways? I'm gonna move up one truck. I'll ride this thing and see what happens. And I fell right away. Up to this truck.
We're just gonna keep on trucking.
So Legend says still that the volume mixing's still too loud for the game audio.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Give me 1 sec. Sorry, you're gonna have to bear with me here. I'm gonna, after I die, so you don't have to wait very much longer. I will take a look at the settings and we'll tweak it down just a smidgen, a skosh, what have you. Okay. I love that the options, whenever you need to go to the options, you have to go all the way out. There we go. Also turn everything to 20. Everything is 20. You know what? We should try Halloween.
Halloween?
I'm gonna try
like...
Halloween. Yeah, season.
Oh, the season stuff.
Yep, look at the... Oh, man. I don't know if I could handle this much amount of spook. Yep.
Hey, Legend, you still here? Alright, Legend is purple, but I guess that means he's here. Dinobull is red. And, yeah, Dinobull is red. Why is Dinobull red? I don't know.
You can change your name on your Twitch. Mine's
see how
pink.
much I've used Twitch. Vulgar pink. So Legend, remember earlier you got a notification you want to give away?
We lied.
Type yes for yes.
You fell for it. Got him.
No.
That's not true. I'm sure
No, we
we
didn't
have
lie.
something.
We didn't lie. We do have something. You have something. So, as you all know, well, not as all of you know, but as those of you listening to the podcast, which should be all of you, wink, wink, no, we have launching in the next episode or two the Dreamfall Chapters Game Club. This is going to be run by Waka Pale and Chewy on Ice, and they're going to be going to the Dreamfall and kind of talking about all the interesting stuff for the story. So, as a thank you for tuning in and listening and eventually clicking that follow button, again, wink wink, we're giving you a copy of Dreamfall Chapters. So, if you could just message me on Discord, my gamer tag, MATRARCH, it's everything the same in Discord, where I will message you. Like I said, we were testing bots. We didn't want you to leave empty-handed, but I wasn't exactly sure what was going on. So, again, just as a thank you for showing up. Unannounced giveaways, they're fun. Maybe to get people to tune in, and we hope that you've been enjoying without any giveaway shenanigans. But I will either find your Discord or find me on Discord, and I will make sure that we get you that code, so hopefully you can listen to the game club and know what's going on. And if you are interested, you can actually go ahead and join the folks running the game club when they record as well.
Yep, I actually purchased my copy here yesterday, and I was going to give this the whole college try and see if I can follow along.
I am going to purchase a copy as well for the same purpose. And yes, I forgot our voices are delayed too, so we will make sure to get that to you.
Yep, we're delayed a few seconds. Oh, okay. This isn't good. Aw, dang.
Alright there?
So that's Halloween, everybody. I was on a flipped over truck. We got a winter. We got seasonal holiday winter.
Alright, winter and winter. Anyway, it is on 2 hours of playing ClusterTruck, and while this has been fun and enjoyable, I think I'm about done with this, because that same laser has killed me about 27 times in the last 2 minutes, and if you extrapolate that out to about a half hour, it's been pretty bad. So, I am,
I think this is about time for me to... Oh, whoa, I did it. Arriba.
But yeah, thank you again, everyone, for joining. The stream just passed the 2-hour mark, so I think that is sufficient. Keep your eye on the Discord. We will definitely be posting more updates about when we will be hitting Twitch with more of these streams. For the purposes of it came from Game Pass. We're done with ClusterTruck, so you will not see us playing this game again.
But we'll probably do a refresher or a palate cleanser, just a one-off that we won't talk about on the podcast, but just to keep on a routine schedule. I think, well, you know, if you have suggestions for that, I'm down for a one-off. It can be anything. Doesn't have to meet the normal rules, and then we'll come at you with the next game in the series, and we'll keep it going from there. And we'll be talking about this in a future episode, so be on the lookout for that as well.
Yep, please keep tuned to the Discord, where we'll be posting the poll for the next It Came From Game Pass game. And once again, if you have any suggestions for something you'd love to see us play, go ahead and just suggest it to us before we post the poll, so it can be considered for inclusion. And also check us out next week. We'll post in the Discord when we will be recording our special 101st episode of the Achievement Hunting 101 podcast.
Yeah, man. Should be a lot of fun. Next Tuesday, same bat time, same bat channel. Oh no.
All right, later.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish this. We're gonna go one more.
You're gonna go one more? I'm supposed to play Titanfall, but I need a break. Fug's gonna.
All right, well that wraps it up. That wraps it up for me.
That's what I read too.
I cleared it. I cleared it. All right. Good night, everybody. See y'all next week.